The optimum healing for Natasha. It could well be about what's blocking her from tuning in to her own stuff, her own past lives. Okay? That's on the top of my conscious mind list, but it doesn't have to be the top thing. You want the optimum thing for Natasha. Be as simple as a word, color, sound, or feel.
I already see someone, George. I see a man.
Okay?
Yeah, he is, well, very sharp eyes looking at me. And I feel that this is her in another life. He is, I will describe to you how he is. He looks broken. He looks confused. He's a little bit disheveled, uh, unkempt, uncouth, a bit looks a bit dirty. Like I can see his skin is like darkened by what looks like dirt or from exposure to the elements.
Okay?
Like a little bit. It looks like he's been sunburned somehow. There are parts of his face that are red,
Okay?
and so his eyes, the white part, are standing out. It's a little bit dark as well. This is about, like, I don't know, 6 p.m. and he is standing on a street. Um, and he just looks really tired and broken.
Okay?
Yeah. It's like if you see a person like I don't know if I want to help him or just run away.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, he looks like he looks like he can be dangerous
Yeah.
from the way he looks, like there's a desperation there.
Yeah.
I feel for him though.
Okay.
This man has gone through a lot.
Hmm.
Pretty painful stuff in that he's not stupid. But it's the shock. It's the shock from what happened and also disbelief and denial that is keeping him from asking help
Ah.
from anyone that he runs into. It's like he's a person with smarts, and yet he cannot just like say, help me, this is what happened to me, because he's still very much in shock.
Okay.
he this is he recently went sense a house burning, and he had kids. Feel little kids, they were running and screaming, and he tried to help them. There is this violent part that I am very uncomfortable with. It's like I almost am blocking it from my vision.
Okay. Let's tap on your discomfort. That's a part of me that knows how to.
Yes.
There's a part of me that knows how to.
It's a part of me that knows how to.
Let go and heal
Let go and heal
this huge discomfort.
this huge discomfort.
All this trauma. Can you hear me?
The feeling of wanting to block something, the feeling of not wanting to see something.
That part of my being is willing to inform the rest of me now. Are you there?
Yes, that part of my being is willing to inform the rest of me now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
And if you can't talk, just come along with me, okay? My
Yes,
mind, body, and spirit are receiving the love,
my mind, body, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
Take a deep breath. Experience healing and insight. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it. It is done.
So be it. It is done.
What's left?
I can see it from a higher perspective, and I don't need to see all the gory details, but the kids were killed in front of him, including the wife and everybody else in the house. He was actually coming from a well-to-do family. This very act completely shocked him to the core. It's like he's a very left-brained guy, and he just simply wanted to. He's in disbelief, and it's like he feels like he's losing his mind. It's the shock, the rage, the anger, the frustration, the all of it. Some of the emotions he can't even describe. He also wants to kill himself. I feel that we can help him somehow if we tap away some of the stronger emotions, because otherwise he's going to lose his mind. That's how I feel.
Yeah. How much left for you?
He's like drifting. For me, I am simultaneously feeling his feelings, but only a very small percentage.
Okay. And a small percentage is overwhelming.
It is. It is. He's like on the brink of losing it.
Yeah.
And that's why he's drifting. He's like a drifter. He is wandering around and cannot speak and ask for help. Yeah.
Okay, what's left for you?
Yes. Yes.
What's left for you?
Stress.
Stress?
Yeah.
How strong is that stress?
9.
9. Okay, let's down. There's a part of me that knows how to.
There's a part of me that knows how to.
Let go and heal.
Let go and heal.
There's a 9-level stress.
It's 9-level stress.
Anything else?
A feeling of discomfort.
Feeling of great discomfort, right?
Feeling of great discomfort. Fear.
Fear.
Frustration.
Frustration.
Confusion.
Helplessness.
Helplessness.
Yeah.
Helplessness. Frustration.
Yeah. Okay. That part of my being is willing to inform the rest of me now.
That part of my being is willing to inform the rest of me now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
My mind, body, and spirit are receiving the love.
My mind, body, and spirit are receiving the love.
Healing, information, permission.
Healing, information, permission.
And deep relief now.
And deep relief now.
Take a deep breath. experience healing and insight. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it. It is done.
So be it. It is done. Oh my God, George. Oh my God. So this is what happened to him. He just he let himself be run over. Yeah, he's on the side of the road. I see his lifeless body. We did tap, and it did help, but I can feel that.
Now that's very similar to something that obviously happened to you.
I can feel that this had to happen. This was his choice, and we cannot stop his choice.
But this is also very similar, very close to something that happened to you.
Okay.
And
I feel that I am part of this lifetime. I connected with the little boy. I connected with the little boy very much. There was about 2, 3 kids there, but one of them really stood out for me.
Okay.
And I felt that I was that boy. So I feel that definitely me and Natasha shared a lifetime.
Oh,
In this lifetime, I could feel that she blocked so much of this painful, traumatic, shocking experience. Like she just wanted to block everything, and she succeeded to block out the whole life.
mm-hmm.
And the ending was really tragic in that he committed suicide. But you cannot fault him. He was really confused. His mind was racing. He was very, very confused. He was not thinking straight at all. It's like a part of him already left him and checked out.
Yeah.
And because of the suicide, he was in limbo for very long. He was in a place that was very dark and like a void.
Yeah.
I can sense that he's still there, actually.
Part of this man, which is part of Natasha, is still there.
Yes, that's how I feel. And that could be one of the reasons why she cannot access some, because of the blockage. This is a big blockage, like spanning across time and space.
Yeah.
It's like he willed himself to block, and what he blocked was beyond that experience. It blocked the whole lifetime, and it has how do you call that? It
Has an ongoing effect.
exactly, that's it. I forgot the term.
Okay. So what I see is that you have some major pain around this, and we need to tackle that first.
Well, I was the little boy, right? So it was also painful and traumatic for me, not as much as it was for him.
Yeah,
because I had
you're feeling
faster death
right now.
Yes, I am. And loss.
Yeah, and
grief.
Loss. Okay, let's tackle that.
Thank you.
Very important to tackle that.
Yes.
Okay, now what I see is that there's 2 ways to go with this. One, we can tap on this some more from this point of view.
Oh my God, George. What I feel right now is also from the driver's perspective. The driver who hit him. The driver in the car who hit him. He's also feeling guilt, confusion.
Yeah. Okay. Let's tap on that and then see if we can't get you to turn into the way you created that.
All right.
Part of me that knows how to.
There's a part of me that knows how to.
Let go and heal.
Let go and heal.
All this pain, confusion,
All this pain, confusion,
trauma,
trauma,
guilt.
guilt,
What else?
grief,
Grief,
sadness,
sadness,
loss, confusion,
loss and confusion,
shock,
shock,
fear.
fear. That part of my being is willing to inform the rest of me now.
That part of my being is willing to inform the rest of me now.
It's doing so now with love, grace, and ease.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
My mind, body, and spirit
My mind, body, and spirit
are receiving the love, healing,
are receiving the love, healing,
information, permission,
information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
Take a deep breath. Get a sense of your and his healing and insight.
Wow. He's waking up from information transfer is now complete.
So be it. It is done.
So be it, it is done.
Waking up.
Oh my God, George. He is waking up from a deep slumber. I see bright white light, bright white light all over, everywhere. It's like this space, this place where he is at in limbo, in the void, has suddenly turned so bright. And the brightness jolted him from his deep slumber. He was like sedated, very, very deeply asleep, but not the white light jolted him, and he's like slowly opening one of his eyes. And the light is so bright, it's like blinding. I also felt that there were so many beings tapping alongside with us while we were tapping.
Okay.
They surrounded me while I was tapping. It's like it's a choir that was tapping.
Okay.
And I saw the space he was in, and I also saw Natasha. Actually, I saw her as if she was waking up and seeing bright white light. I also felt the driver get relief. So all of this was happening instantaneously.
Great.
Bright white light everywhere. He is still getting his bearings. He's still horizontal, but he's slowly like getting up using one of his hands. He can feel the warmth of the white lights. Wow. I feel he's slowly being taken upwards by his team. Taken into what seems like Temple of Healing, way upwards. It's a place that is, oh my goodness, very soothing. He's in good hands. He's in good hands. He has a team with him.
Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna be fine. He's very, very grateful. He's slowly getting back his memory. The shock is settling in. Yeah, he's receiving a lot of help. He's like taken to a first aid, ER, emergency room, trauma center in this.
Okay.
Yes. Lots of light white beings surrounding him, tending to him, specialists. I can see Natasha smile. I'm also getting lots of healing. From the little boy's perspective, it's like he went straight back to source. He can see what's happening now to his dad, and he's very, very happy. He also helped while we were tapping. They're all interconnected. Wow. I actually saw an image of the little boy incarnating again. Wow, that's amazing. Into one of me, one of my lives. It's amazing. He is such a highly evolved soul, this boy. I feel that he is with Natasha right now and just assuring her that everything will be fine.
Mm.
As he is being tended to, as he is being healed this very moment, the blockages that she has are being dissolved. Slowly, it's going to be a process, but she will feel it. It's going to be very palpable for her. She will feel and have more trust, not just in this and not just in this process, but in her life in general. She will have more trust in the future, more trust in the present, more trust for herself, more trust in herself, of what she is capable, of her skills, of what she can do, and how she can help herself and others. It is done. This is what I'm getting.
Okay, great. Now, how about your reaction? Is that clear?
It's very clear to me. She's thanking me. Her higher self is
No, I
thanking
mean
me.
your upset, your traumas. Are
Oh
those
yeah. Oh yeah. The bright white light was just so immersed me.
okay? Good. All right. So let's take and go for why that was created.
Sure.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Now I don't know whether to go for why you created that and your part in it. I think that's probably the best one first, and then we'll go for why Natasha created that. Okay.
Okay, but what I'm getting is why she created that. Because I'm only in the well, I'm part of her life. We share a past life.
Yeah.
Why I create well, it's good. How we both created it is what it is really.
Okay.
Because
Great.
it's in
Okay.
yeah, why we both created it. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It's gonna be interconnected anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So take a deep breath. Relax. What's the clues that you need to understand what was behind that? Probably a perpetrator lifetime, because that was a victim lifetime.
I see a beach. I see a shore, a seashore. It's very natural, very wild. Feels like there's nobody here. Like, it's not a commercial beach. It's
Right.
not a modern beach, where it's like kept clean and whatnot. There's a lot of like seaweeds and rocks and like kelp. and like leaves from the trees that are on the beach. Nobody's standing and cleaning the beach.
Right.
I'm walking. There are a few men behind me. We are exploring this island or this land. It feels like it's vast. Obviously, our first time here.
Okay.
We are carrying some weapons with us. They're kind of old fashioned. It's like a bayonet. It's
Okay.
like a rifle with like a little sword at the end,
Okay.
like a knife that was tied to the sword.
Okay. Head with a gun.
Yeah, long kind of rifle with like a sword at the end
Yeah.
tied to it, or we're moving inside the island because there's nothing on the shore. I see some huts, very modest. It's like just it actually looks like a haystack, just
Okay.
hay piled up on piled up high. But there's a door, so it's a hut, and I can sense some activity, so we stop and we try to spread out. So we are in hushed voices, we're discussing what to do, and we spread out and take positions, like we spread apart, each on a different location. We are not a lot. We are like under a dozen, a handful, under 10. Gosh, this guy's ruthless. All right, so I can sense I'm a strong, tall man. I have a helmet, strange looking one. There's someone that I can see. He looks like a man, but he has hair up to his, like curly hair up to his shoulders. He has a big belly. He is wearing like a grass skirt. He's dark skinned. His eyes are very round and very white, and the pupils are black and very round as well. We look at each other. He stops in his tracks, and I'm looking in his eyes. His eyes are fearless. It's as if he is ready to kill any moment. Yet he's not carrying anything with him. Nothing, no weapon, no bag, bare hands. Nothing tied on his waist, nothing on his back. He is naked from the waist up. He's also bare feet. He utters some words I do not understand. More people are coming out of the huts as they heard him. They all see us. They start talking among themselves. The others, I can sense that they are fearful, and some even in panic. But this man is not. He holds up his hand, but two of my men quickly attack him. It becomes a riot. A part of me didn't want to attack. It was as if he was trying to tell me something, but I clearly could not understand what it was. I had to join as my men were being outnumbered. They put up a good fight. They're actually quite strong, even though their bodies are not in shape. Most of them are fat and had a big belly. It's a massacre. I am not happy about this. I turn away. I don't want to look.
The natives are being massacred.
It's all done. It's all finished. It wasn't a lot of them.
Okay.
We had weapons and they did not. But my men are very smug about it. But I feel numb is what it is.
Mhm.
There's a part of me that did not want to handle it this way. It's like as if when he looked into my eyes, it was something that he wanted to communicate to me. This at the moment is kind of haunting me. It's like I could have waited for him to finish. Maybe if I tried to understand, maybe if I just waited for a few seconds or minutes. And stop my men from attacking. But it's done. And I'm looking out the water. I'm sitting by the beach. My men are trying to pillage what they can find, go inside the huts. Looks like it's bare. There's nothing there. They find a few odd things. Stick and stones, shells, pearls. I am looking out at the sea, looking at our ship. There's a tiredness. I'm thirsty. But what's palpable is this haunting feeling of confusion and regret, little guilt, which I normally don't feel. I am cold-blooded and hard, jaded. It's almost as if my heart is made of stone. We all are, my men are. From the many years at sea, from the many years of battle, we've turned into machines almost. We're just constantly trying to stay logical and rational. We've left our families behind for this job. We're stone cold. We've developed a strength that is not only physical, but also emotional. Nothing touches. Nothing touches us emotionally. But this guy did something. I feel that this could be New Zealand or somewhere there. What could be? He very much resembles a Maori. But today, this guy, me, was emotionally, I would say, affected and even shaken. He left the group, wants to distance himself, and is almost symbolic of not only distancing himself physically, but somehow he's distancing himself also psychologically and emotionally from the group, because it's as if he realizes that they've turned into almost like machines and barbarians. Well, for them, these people are barbarians and they are the superior ones. But somehow he's questioning that right now. And so there is something in him that is there's a shift. He can feel this, no matter how small of a change this is. This is like something that he's thinking about right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's distancing himself from the rest, and he wonders if he ever will leave this job and change his life. That's what he's thinking now.
Leave this job and what? Or change his
I'm
life.
sorry.
Change his
Yeah,
life.
he changed his life. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, change his life 180 degrees and leave this job
Yeah.
and stop this. Stop this, what he's doing. It's made him so cold-hearted. He's thinking now that this guy has done some voodoo magic on him. Yeah, because it never happened to him before, and he has killed many. Just like
Yeah.
it's just like another day in the office for him. You know,
Mm-hmm.
this is another day in the office. Normally, except for today, it was not. This guy, he saw the fearlessness in this guy. It was completely fearless. And it somehow reminded him, because he is not as the same level. He is fearless because he has a gun. This is what he was trained to do, and his position. It gives him, he's entitled, he feels, to do this because of their job. They've been given, they were given by the authority of the king. It's like he is in the position to do so. But this fearlessness is different from this guy. This fearlessness is coming from his soul. His fearlessness is actually coming from fear. I know it's ironic, but he is filled with fear. He has fear, and he's trained himself to block his heart. His heart is completely blocked. It's almost like black. It's 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 turned into cement. It's emotionally, he's untouchable, and this guy is his complete contrast. This guy is fearless but totally open heart,
Ah.
completely in the heart and fearless, completely in the heart, full, completely filled, completely in the heart, not intellectual, but
Right.
completely in the heart, but is fearless. That is their difference.
Yeah.
This guy had an open heart, and he is completely blocked, completely black, completely jaded, numb. His heart is numbed. Nothing can come in because of the barriers that's there. because of all the years of training. But nothing can come out. Nothing can come out either. So there is no, the heart is not breathing. It's just black and turned into cement. It's just not functioning. There is no emotion there. That is why they're doing this. They're almost like automatons, robots, or machines,
Yeah.
coming from the place of their programming and what they're designed to do. And somehow that changed today for him, because what normally would be another day where they pack up, leave, explore, on to the next, call it a day. No, he's separated himself from the rest. And that look of the guy, that when they exchange logs, it's like, I know what happened now. They connected. They connected. That fearlessness of the guy, he felt it. And he normally doesn't feel anything, right? But
Hmm.
it was so penetrating. The look of that guy was so penetrating. And it was not just the look, it was feelings and emotions and everything, energy that penetrated him, that somehow it pierced, even if it was a tiny pin drop piercing in his heart. But that was enough.
Hmm.
That was enough for air to come in and energy to come in, and started the process of his heart to be able to breathe again, no matter how an iota or small that portion is.
Hmm.
It definitely affected him, and it's still affecting him now. It actually, before the two men attacked, it's as if he was saying, huh, this is from a higher self perspective. It's like this guy's higher self, the Maori's guy higher self, is saying like, I forgive you, it's okay. He was so in the heart and elevated, evolved. But that connection is something that he's still processing. He, yes, he's starting to think about now about his family, which he hasn't done in a very long time. He feels bad for this guy and his family, that they're all now dead in the prime of their lives. And he's telling himself he can still stop and end it. He calls his men. He tells them, there's a change of plans. We will stop exploring this island. We will leave. We will set off and we will regroup. They were all looking at each other strangely, and they were looking at him, thinking that they definitely can feel that something is not the same about him. But they have no choice, because he is the captain, he is the colonel, he's the chief, he's the top honcho. They have to listen to him. So they pack up what they gathered and they go back onto the ship. I feel that we can heal this group by tapping the hardness in their hearts. It's as if they were programmed as well.
Yeah.
Their jobs programmed them into becoming killing machines. They're like soldiers, but more really they're more like assassins is what it is.
Hmm.
There's a lot of blood in their hands. And well, actually the bigger pain is the one that has been persecuted. We can also help heal that. They are carrying this energy with them back onto the ship. And on the ship is a lot of this energy. The violence, The exploitation, the abuse of power. Yes, I feel that we can heal and tap these away.
Okay. And where were you in that?
I am on the ship now.
Were you the captain, the leader?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
And so is Natasha, I feel.
Okay.
If not the captain, then she is one of the men. We are both here. Definitely tap on the regret.
Okay. You ready for that?
Yes, I'm ready, very ready.
Okay. There's a part of me that knows how to,
There's a part of me that knows how to.
and Natasha that knows how to.
And Natasha that knows how to.
I go and heal
Let go and heal
all this pain and regret.
all this pain and regrets.
What else?
Violence,
Violence,
fear,
fear,
abuse of power,
use of power,
entitlement,
entitlement. The king said, "We
ignorance.
can do this."
Yes,
Ignorance.
sorry,
And the king said, "We can do
ignorance.
this." King said, "Yeah, ignorance." And the king said, "We can do
Yes,
this, so we can do it."
yes, exactly. Might overwrite.
Yeah. That part of my and Natasha's being is willing to inform the rest of us now.
That part of our being is willing to inform the rest of us now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
Our minds, bodies, and spirits are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
Take a deep breath. Experience healing and insights. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it. It is done.
So be it, it is done. Amen. Wow. It's gone, George. It's gone. He completely started a new life as soon as he got home. This feels like Spain. As soon as he stepped on the land, he requested an audience with the king and resigned. He gave up his pension, his position, and I see him walking home with just a bag, looking for his family.
Just a
He doesn't
bag.
know. Yeah, just a bag, one bag. That's it, one bag. That's how serious about he is about starting a new life and starting a fresh life. He doesn't want to remember anymore. He wants to leave behind everything. I can see him walking and he's smiling. It's like a big weight has been taken off his shoulders. And all most of his adult life he's wearing that uniform with those heavy lapels on the shoulders.
Mhm.
I forgot what you call them, but yeah, those things that shows his rank.
Okay.
He's free of that, and it's like not only physically, but that is such a symbol. It's he's free of that emotionally, psychologically as well, and that's like a big thing to be free of that position.
Okay.
It was such a high position, but yes,
Okay. Now, I am confused. Did that really happen, or is that
I'm
the resolve of what happened?
the result because we tapped.
Okay. Okay. So the first life, does that help understanding that?
Oh, yeah. He needed to experience how it felt to be the one on the end of being violently killed
Okay. Okay. Great.
in front of his family. Remember, he did that to the guy, to the man, the fat man with the big belly,
Yeah.
the dark
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
He killed his family, massacred his family and tribe, and so he wanted to experience that, and so
Okay.
yeah, he did. Wow. Oh my God. Thank you so much, George. That is amazing. That is amazing.
So let's look at the pain of that first life. What's left there?
I see the guy. He's standing now. Wow. Remember from when we saw him from the limbo, right? From the void, he was horizontal. He was trying to get up, and he was assisted by what I feel were angelic beings, taken into this temple of healing type of place, emergency ER. He was like in a hospital bed, and light beings were tending to him, giving him lots of infusions, and tending to him, caring for him. And now I can see him. He is standing in white clothes. It's like it feels like he's wearing like pants, but then the blouse or the top is like very long, up to the knees,
Mm-hmm.
and he's a complete contrast from when I last saw him by the road. And also in limbo, because in limbo he was also disheveled, but here he is so clean and kept, and he's looking out. He's looking out at the window, and he's actually feeling much better. It's like you've been in the ICU for quite some time, receiving a lot of healing, and finally you're recovering now.
Okay.
And I can feel that a lot of the healing uh, can be attributed by witnessing uh, the other life.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he remembers that he actually created that he actually wanted to experience the
Yeah.
violent life.
Yeah. Okay. Now, do you have anything like that in this lifetime yourself?
I don't know, but I feel that I am connected to this guy as much as Natasha is. I feel that we're all interconnected. It's like because I'm seeing this, I'm not sure if it's because there's a direct relation, or is it because I'm looking at him so I can see where he is, and I can partly feel and says how he's feeling. So in that there's a connection, right?
Okay.
Because you won't feel somebody's feeling if you're not connected, right? So I'm not sure if it's because of that. A part of me knows, but right now I just feel that everybody
Okay. So
is
my question,
involved
my
and
question is,
interconnected.
my question is, do you have feelings like that from this lifetime?
Of violence or of losing a family?
Both.
Somehow, yeah.
Okay. How strong are those feelings about that?
Maybe a 6.
Okay. All right. Let's tap on that
Oh, great. Fantastic.
from the
Let's
point of
let's do
view of
that.
the past life. Okay.
Okay. All
So,
right.
part of me that knows how to
There's a part of me that knows how to
let go and heal
let go and heal.
these remaining feelings
These remaining feelings
of violence in my life,
of violence in my life, feelings of death,
feelings
feelings
of
of
death,
loss,
feelings of
sadness and
loss,
grief,
sadness and grief,
suffering, fear.
suffering and fear. That part of my being is willing to inform the rest of me now.
That part of my being is willing to inform the rest of me now.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
It's doing so now with unlimited love, grace, and ease.
My mind, body, and spirit are receiving the love,
My mind, body, and spirit are receiving the love,
healing, information, permission,
healing, information, permission,
and deep relief now.
and deep relief now.
Take a deep breath Experience healing and insights. Information transfer is now complete.
Information transfer is now complete.
So be it. It is done.
So be it. It is done. Oh my God. Oh my God. Wow. That is huge. I felt that.
Okay.
When we tapped for that, I felt that it was when I'm releasing it, it was coming out of me. And when I was breathing in and out, I could feel that I was doing the same for the rest of my family as well. It was like I was with them. And
Okay.
it was like a group thing that was being healed. And so that's strange. I never felt that before. It's always like from my point of view only. But this time I feel it's like bigger. And I actually feel like my fear of my dad dying has left me.
Ah, great.
Yeah, because my dad is in the hospital right now. We had to admit him to the hospital 2 days ago.
Okay.
So right after our session, by the way, George, I was so in a very high vibration, if you remember that. So I carried that high vibration in the hospital.
Okay.
So, but oh my God, this was amazing. This is so amazing, and I can feel that a lot of healing happened in so many levels today. So many levels that we cannot even understand yet.
Yeah. Okay. So now, see if you can tune into something that Natasha has.
I'm sorry, what was the question? Tune into her.
Tune into something similar for her in this lifetime.
That's it. We were tapping for both of us.
Okay.
I felt that she was smiling when we were doing this.
Okay.
It's like this is what I'm saying when I'm saying we healed in so many levels, because we healed that man's life, the one who killed himself. We healed him out of the limbo, and we healed this perpetrator guy and the souls that were affected there, and the people on board on the ship with him. And we healed Natasha's blockages, I feel, that are connected to this, uh, especially the disheveled guy. I feel that has affected her so much. There's a big blockage there that is like, I can sense that it is so big. It's like her whole neck and throat is like blocked. That
Wow.
there's energy stuck there. That's
Yeah.
how I felt.
Yeah.
Because this guy, remember, he couldn't speak. He's a smart man, and he couldn't speak. He was so in shock that he couldn't ask people, help me, help me. No. He was in so shock that he lost it. He completely lost it.
Yeah.
And so by healing this, in he killed himself, right? So you can see the state of his
Yeah.
mental state. So now that we heal that, it's like, oh my God, it's such a big release and
Mm.
relief. uh and the levels of the healing that happened there, it's for her, but I can feel that I was definitely included. And so are you, by the way, George. It's like all of us involved here were like, oh my God, it's like we're healing history. And it's so much bigger,
Yeah.
really. It's
Yeah.
what it is. There's so many people involved that we remember when I told you I was tapping and I felt a whole group of beings tapping around me,
Yeah.
tapping around me. So it's so many different levels, and it's like what they said is like, she will feel a shift. She will trust herself more. uh she will listen to this, and she will know, she will put the pieces together. She will have an understanding, and she will be able to pick up the pieces are back together. This is what they're showing me.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. There is cause for celebration here. We've done something that is not small, I can tell you that. It's not limited to a few lives.
Yeah.
It was connected to so many people's lives, is what I'm seeing and getting. So it was a healing for many involved. Wow. Yeah.
How does that feel for you?
I'm so excited. I'm so excited for her, for me, for all of us, for everybody that was when the recipients for this healing. And I can see that this is like a ripple. It's like, going on and on and on,
Yeah.
spreading out. And the amount of people that Natasha will be able to help, oh my God. It's just
Well, this
so
could spread like a wildfire.
exactly, that's what it is, except it wasn't fire that I could see. It was more like,
It
it's
was
like,
a healing
yeah,
wildfire.
yeah, yeah, it is. But what I got is like, the pig's fart, the dandelion is like that. It's like flowers spreading. It's like
Yeah.
being blown by the wind.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly like that. And it's spreading because it's so light, it's spreading, and there's more of that. And so I can feel that she's going to be very confident and trust herself. And she will start feeling the support that she has around her, and this will propel her to trust even more. So she will feel more and more. It already started. It already started for her weeks ago. It's going to continue even more, and it's going to be more stronger and more palpable. And uh, wow, she will be unstoppable. She will be unstoppable. I'm just so excited. I'm so excited for her. Oh my God. Yay. Yay, George. Oh my God. Oh, wow. I, yes. Oh my God. All right. I guess you can stop the recording now. And let's send this to her as soon as possible.
Yep. Okay. Well, I'll jump out of the meeting and come right back. Okay.
Okay. You get ready and this and that. You just relax. I sense that oh, they're thanking me now. Okay. I sense that Natasha's team were there. They came.
Mm-hmm.
They came on cue as if they knew what was about to happen. And they knew how big it was. And so, oh my God, I'm getting goosebumps. And then, so when when you asked for the perpetrator life, I felt that I was taken to the beach. I could feel like hands on my back, on my shoulders. So somehow when I'm taken to these past lives, I somehow feel that I'm brought there, like not just mentally, but physically, It's so strange.
Oh.
It's so bizarre. Like, remember on our last session, I told you, I see some beings here. It's as if they took me here. That was my first line. So anyway, I remember the feeling still, but so I don't know how to explain that, but that's the feeling I got. Like, they brought me there. And then, so when we were tapping for this guy, oh my God, it's like so many beings were around me tapping with us. And I realize now, because the number of beings and souls involved in the massacres were so many. And, remember I told you, they bringing that energy of death and violence and might over, right, on the ship with them. You know, they don't know how to, they're bringing it with them because they're the ones killing, and so the ship is like full of that.
Yeah.
And so it's just more and more of more, it's like, this is your reality. And then and so there's no chance for you to get out of that loop. So because they're trained to be like just soldiers and not care. And so we tap that, and oh my God, George, this is so powerful, man. I'm telling you, it's it's really hard to explain. So what I'm being shown, what I'm seeing, what I'm feeling, and it's like, and also a knowing, oh my God, it's like all the levels that were affected is just, oh my God, even my left brain cannot comprehend it. It's like, what? It's like, how, but then I don't even try to explain, because I know when I try to understand something, I'm just going back to my brain, which I don't want to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I stopped doing that. I tried, I just stopped trying to do that, because I just don't want to, if I cannot understand, that's fine. But yeah, never mind. But I'm so happy for Natasha, because like I told you, there was like this big blockage I felt for her. And my feeling is that she really, this life that I can feel that it was a very recent life for her. Maybe not the last life, but very, very recent to this one she currently has. Because
Yeah.
it felt modern, right? The house felt modern.
Yeah.
And so the trauma and the shock of what happened to this guy, is one of the main cause, if not the cause, of her being blocked, because this guy blocked intentionally what happened to him, what he witnessed, the
Yeah.
violent thing. And so he succeeded and beyond. So he not only, when you're trying to block a memory and then you end up blocking everything, you just have amnesia. You completely lose your mind. Yeah, that's what happened to this guy. He lost it. He he lost it. So,
Okay.
and that has a carryover. I don't know what you call carryover, imprint or a
Yeah.
relapse
Whatever.
or
Yeah.
scar. Yeah, whatever that is. That's what is happening to her. She had, because this guy committed suicide and ended up in this place which is dark, because he was confused. He didn't know, and it's like he's in limbo. That's what I got. He's like stuck there until today, by the way. So that's quite a long time. That's quite a long time. And so that is actually quite huge what we did for that guy. I mean, it's not just us. There were so many people who helped us do this, by the way. But what I'm saying is that is still big. It's not a small feat. And oh my God, wow, that is so humbling. Yeah, I feel so humbled
Mhm.
to be part of that. Jesus
So it
Christ,
was
this is
part of
amazing work.
Natasha that was still in limbo.
No, yeah, that was a part of her. She was the guy, is what I got.
Yeah.
She
Okay.
was the guy. So because this guy is in limbo, a part of her is stuck and blocked and blocked out a lot of memory. And so she carried that over here right now.
Uh-huh.
And so I got the sense that her throat and neck is like the energy there is not flowing. So the energy from the crown chakra cannot go down, and the one down cannot go up either. There's no flow. It's very, very restricted. It's like she's constipated. This is
Okay.
what I got. So I'm so excited for her to listen to this. I don't know what she will make for it, but I do know that um, it will touch her at the very least.
Yeah.
It, gosh,
I
oh
just
gosh.
I just messaged her. Said
Oh, great.
just finished a surrogate session for you with Irma. The recording is being processed.
What did she say?
Yay! So my team finally gave permission. LOL. Awesome.
Oh, tell her that her team came to me.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sure we're going to talk about it, but oh my God, I'm so happy for her. And we shared the life. I really connected with that little boy. I connected with the little boy. And so there were a lot of insights here. George, it's so interesting because I feel that I don't know how your sessions are with others, what quality. I mean, what I'm saying, what I'm saying is it looks to me like our sessions are having like these format of having stories. I mean, in some past lives, they don't like go to many important days, right? It's like something happened, bang, and then resolution. At least in my other sessions, I'm not saying
QHHT sessions or BQH?
yeah,
Yeah.
some BQH and some they go to a alien extraterrestrial, and some it's not like the ones we have, because the ones we have are like stories, that this happens, that happens, and then we
Yeah.
tap, and then there's this, and then there's the insights, right? It's kind of like I noticed that there is a pattern here in our sessions. And so I was thinking, why if we like put this all together and make it like, I don't know, share it. I would love to share it, of course. I'm just not sure in what format. If it's like in YouTube or in a blog or in, I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you
As
think?
I say, desperately needs to be shared. But
Desperately needs.
and yeah, I don't know how to do a good job with it.
With what? With the sharing?
With the sharing, yeah. I mean, I do the best I
Mm.
can, but I get every
Well,
once
you
in a
do.
while,
Yeah.
somebody
I don't know.
goes, "Oh, that's interesting." Yeah.
What if I ask someone to transcribe it? I'm gonna ask someone to transcribe it, and then let's see how it is. If it's better to be listened to or better to be read. What do you think?
I don't know. I'm stumbling around like a blind man, except for doing the sessions.
Well, you're doing very, very well at it. I remembered, like in it, you remember when you asked me to tap if I have that feeling in this lifetime? Oh my God, George, that was so good. You're so, so skillful at that. You see, I would never have thought of that. I would have never thought of doing that, because here I am, I'm in the mind frame of doing a surrogate
Mhm.
session. So I wouldn't think that to do that for my own. But you're so skilled. You are just like, Oh my God, you got it.
Well, I've,
You
I've
got it.
done over 800 of these now, probably.
I know. About more than 100. You've probably done 500, but
I said about
probably.
800. 800.
Oh, 800. Oh my gosh. Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, I don't doubt that. Yeah.
Okay, so
So,
wrote this down as surrogate for Natasha,
okay, and then for you. Yes.
and
Uh,
what other qualities do we want here? Um, Devastated man.
suicide, limbo,
Okay.
blockage, yeah, something like that.